Because you were a youth pastor and I totally could have been a youth student. That one kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. Can't stop! Oh my word! Hey everyone, that's Canon. I'm Abby.
And you're listening to Living Young. So we're just going to hop right into it. We're going to reintroduce ourselves really quick. I know we had the introduction video, but I feel like there was a little bit more there maybe that we didn't get to. We kind of wanted to make that one really short, really quick. So we're just going to reintroduce ourselves for this first episode, which we are so excited for. My lovely wife was working really hard on coming up with some topics and some things that we can go over just in this first episode, and she did a really good job. We went over them and we kind of dug in a little bit and research here and there and got down to the nitty gritty. But to the introductions, like she said in the intro, my name's Cannon, her name's Abby. You want to go with our little story?
Oh yeah, well, I mean, I guess that's all the introducing that we needed to do, I guess.
Yeah.
No, I know. So we got married 2.5 years ago.
On our 3rd year of marriage.
Okay. Anyway.
If you watched the first episode, you would know.
This is the first episode.
The introduction episode, you would know.
I personally don't watch those. That's why I wanted to reintroduce a little bit
Continue.
more. Okay, anyway. We got married 2.5 years ago. I just wanted to give a backstory of us and how we met and our engagement. And I just want to talk a little bit about that because it's called Living Young and we got married young. And so I thought we should talk about it.
And it's kind of a perfect lead into kind of
what we want
some of the stuff we're talking about today. So,
and I know that we talked about in the introduction that we want to be like, that we want to talk about topics that no one really wants to talk about, I'd say. But I want to be like,
or people want to talk about a little bit too much sometimes.
Yeah. But like, I want to be able to get vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling him to get vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to, like, I just want to make it, I don't know the word I'm trying to think of. I know I'm giving you nothing.
We want to be close to you guys.
Yeah.
We want you guys to understand we're kind of like an open book with this. As a young married couple.
We're kind of an open book in general.
In general.
But like any topic.
Her a little bit more than me.
I don't even want to say marriage. I want to say in anything.
Anything.
You know?
Yeah, I think we're, like we said in the intro video, we are going through life right now. We are fresh. We're newly married. We're new into new things. We're trying new things out constantly, and we're figuring these things out. And we want you guys to be an open book to us, and we'll probably be asking you guys questions too, and trying to figure things out too. So, I think. Yeah. Okay. So that's the best way to explain it. Is we're just kind of open.
I'll just go right into the story then.
Yeah.
So I don't know why I get so nervous every time I share a story.
Everyone
always asks, great. And I'm like,
doing great. No, you're doing great.
So we met on a dating app, which is really funny because we both downloaded the dating app. Like, his was as a joke. Mine was as like, let's see what all the like hype is about. Like with a joke too, because I didn't believe in dating apps. I thought it was like taking God's plan into your own hands and like not letting God work, which obviously he can work through those dating apps. But, which is funny.
Yeah.
That we both weren't even supposed to be on the app, and we ended up on the app.
Yeah. Yep. It's funny.
But anyway, we met on the app, October of 2022.
It's 2025 now. Oh my goodness. Okay.
How old was I? I was 18 when we met. That's so funny. Sorry, it's funny to me because you were a youth pastor and I totally could have been a youth student.
I was 20, she was 18.
I was graduated, but it's funny to think about. Besides the point. What?
You're making me feel
awkward.
I don't know.
See, this is what vulnerability is about. You just have to not be awkward. Stop.
Go. I'm just
Hate it when you
kidding.
do
Go.
Anyway, I was 18, he was 20. That's crazy. I'm 21 now.
I know.
Anyway, we
Like
met.
crazy.
Well, we started talking on the app, and then we both got each other's Snapchats, which is really like cliche. I know, like it's like.
And it's totally like if you talk to us now, it's totally not us.
I don't really use Snapchat.
We have
I Snapchat one person.
like it's totally not us.
No.
In fact, I think we were on Snapchat for like a day, and then I was like, "What's your number?" Because like,
hold on, this is what happened. I was sending him videos. Get out of here.
Right. Okay.
Let me cough. I was sending him videos on Snapchat, just like talking about like what I like and like bouncing off of what he was asking me and his responses to my questions. And he was like, "Let's just FaceTime. Here's my number." And so we FaceTimed.
Straight into it.
Straight?
Don't tiptoe around it, guys.
Oh,
Don't tiptoe around it. Just ask for the number.
get out of here.
Works like a charm.
Okay, that's crazy. Anyway, what?
No, keep going.
Anyway, where was I at? Oh, we FaceTimed for the first time. We talked for about 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks before we met?
Something like that.
Something like that. It was 2 weeks before we met. And he came to see me because I didn't have my license yet. Yeah, he came to see me. And then we went and got sushi and went to Target. And then there were 2 more weeks of that after we started dating. But there were 2. We would have started dating right away. But I was in a show, a play, where I had to kiss someone. And I felt like weird having to kiss someone while we were dating. We ended up dating before the end of that show anyway. But
My very first theater show I ever went to. I saw my future wife kiss a guy.
I kind of gave theater a bad rap for you, I guess.
No.
You love it now.
I've learned to really enjoy theater.
I
But
love it.
anyways,
besides the point,
keep going.
we started dating, met each other's families, got to know each other, and then a whole 5 months later, we got engaged.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did our engagement thing, and then
For 2 months.
no, we did not get married. We got married in
Sorry.
March.
Yes.
I mean, we got engaged in March.
Yes.
And
I'm
married
married in
in
September.
September.
Sorry.
So 6 months later.
Yep, you're right.
Always. I'm just kidding. It was a joke. You're supposed to laugh at that. Give me a little cackle.
Okay.
Cackle. That's crazy. I say it all the time. But right now it's
The
crazy.
more I hear it, the like
crazier it is.
actually it's less crazy for me. I'm just
Oh.
kind of like
I'm like, I can't believe I
nonchalant
did
about
that.
it. I'm kind of like
It felt a lot longer than it was.
it did. It felt like in the moment we were just like okay.
But here's the thing is I wouldn't tell everyone to do that.
No.
I wouldn't
Right.
say get engaged after 5 months and then get married.
No.
I'm not going to judge anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, we aren't supposed to judge anyway, but I'm not going to judge anybody who does it.
Yeah.
It's like when you know, you know. Which I never understood that until I was always like, you're weird. This was before I was saved, but I was really judgmental. But anyway, I would see other people getting married at like 18, 19. I'd be like, they're 18 and 19 years old. They got a lot of life left to live.
Yeah.
And there I
Like
was
they don't know what they're doing. Like what?
at the ripe age of 19 getting married.
Yeah. Yeah. It was totally just a little bit of. I mean, I was already in youth ministry. I was close with God, and we were speaking to each other. We were communicating really good. We knew what we wanted.
I mean, we talked about getting married a lot.
Yeah, and I think that whenever you say like I want to tell other people to do that, I think
I would just say make sure that you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is
If
we
you
were
do.
very in touch with the Spirit
Yeah.
and kind of like, hey, what do you want us to do? Hey,
We
what are we
let
to do?
God lead us. And guide us.
And it was just really cool because I mean everything kind of worked. Like we didn't run into too many huge like oh no's.
Roadblocks.
Yeah, roadblocks or anything. And yeah, we knew that we had purpose. We knew, hey, we have ministry that we are to tackle.
Yeah.
And in order for that to happen, I got to get you away from that state up north. So I got you down here. And now you're singing your heart out on the worship team, and you're helping me with youth ministry, and we are multiplying and applying those ministries. And
I thought you meant like we're multiplying. I was like, no.
We are not multiplying.
Don't give anyone false hope.
Nope, we are not. We are not multiplying.
Everyone's waiting.
But our youth students, who are pretty much our little children.
I call them my kids.
Yep, we do. They're
not
amazing.
to their faces. They don't know I call them my kids, but
we love them all. And
anytime I talk about them, I'm like, yeah, my kids. And then I'm like, my youth kids. They're not my kids.
Yeah,
but they're my kids.
Yeah.
But that's the crazy thing about being married so young is everyone expects you to have babies right away.
It is.
We get that question a lot.
We do get that question a lot.
When are you having babies?
Well, and I will say this, we got married really fast. We got engaged really fast.
So I think
people had it in their mind that they're gonna have baby, they're gonna get married, they're going, and that wasn't our full purpose.
Yeah.
Into.
You also love babies, so.
I love, yeah. I'm a.
You want babies.
Yeah. And
so I could see people expecting you to want babies right away.
Yeah.
You're really good with babies. Yeah, very good. It makes you want to cry sometimes. Anyway, besides the point. But with that, with us talking about our story and our marriage story. Obviously, we've been married for 2.5 years now. On our 3rd-year marriage. I was waiting for you to make a face aha, I got it. Anyway, besides the point. You just stared at me. That's crazy.
I was thinking about the equations. I was like, wait, 2.5 years of marriage. We are on our...
I was like, what equations? I wish you could have seen. You'll see.
I'm really... Okay. All right. Keep going. We only got so much time with this, so we gotta... I really think we're only
Quit worrying about it.
Yep.
Anyway, besides the point. With us talking about our story and us getting married and our engagement, I wanted to talk about some expectations versus the reality of our engagement, our marriage, and dating, just all of the above.
We're really excited. I'm just really excited to get into it because we've spoken about this stuff, but you guys are almost going to experience some things that we've never
really talked about before.
Really. That's a little scary. We've talked about it,
but
we haven't
dug into
it. So you guys are going to experience some of this, and some of our thoughts and stuff.
You heard it here first, folks.
You did hear it here first, folks.
I see that on TikTok all the time, and it cracks me up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, so let's start with, I guess, dating. I didn't really have any expectations of dating because it's not like you were my first relationship and I wasn't your first relationship.
Yeah, that wasn't first for either of us.
You dated other girls?
You kissed another man?
You
in front of me on a stage.
Ew, that's weird to think about. Anyway.
It's weird to watch, too. Okay. Anyways, dating, expectations versus reality. Yes.
I wasn't raising my hand. I didn't expect, that's not even really how I want it to go, but I didn't expect to find someone on a dating app and marry them.
Yeah.
Really at all. Did I think that?
God had it. God did have it laid on my heart that I wasn't going to find anybody near where I'm at.
I knew I was moving away from home.
I didn't know what that looked like. I didn't know if I was going to be on a mission trip. I didn't know if I was going to be doing something. Yeah, I didn't know what that entailed. But he knew.
We lived an hour and 45 minutes apart. Mm-hmm. And sometimes he would drive up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Like, hey, you want to go to church with me? It would be Saturday night.
Yeah. And then we get back at 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go to church
together.
Go to
church.
We eat some breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But.
And then I'd stay the weekend.
Yep.
And sleep in your parents' guest room.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I had a bloody nose on your mom's.
That was one of the first times she came out. She was like,
I was texting my mom. I was like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, expectations versus reality. Did you have any expectations?
I really didn't. I mean, we'd been through some relationships, and we'd gone through things, and we'd figured things out. But I would say for the most part that this was kind of like maybe the first or second like relationship where we were both on the same page with Christ.
Yeah.
So my expectations were a little low. Like it had been at least like 5 or 6 years that I had been in a relationship where we were both equally yoked and we were both sharpening each other.
Navigating it.
I was trying to figure it out, and I was really trying to figure out what that looked like. And you came along, and
sorry, I just was remembering our engagement because I was thinking about it, and I remember Michael being on the hill with the camera, and he was videoing us, and I lost the paper you wrote for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think about that quite often.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, well, I didn't expect it to be cold.
It was very cold whenever I proposed to her.
It was
are we talking about engagement now? Expectations
I was just
were
kind of going. I was just thinking.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to go back to dating, you can.
No. We can hop into engagement. No.
There was a lot I expected and didn't get out of the engagement.
I think it's really cool, like for us now, even though we had those relationships where maybe I wasn't where I was supposed to be with Christ or the other person, vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really cool because now I can see what our future boys are to look like and be like, and we can help them navigate through that. And same with our girls. Whenever we have any, like, we can finally see like what those realities and expectations are supposed to look like. Yeah, so that's really cool.
Future expectations.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess we'll have future realities too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but with our engagement, I had a lot of expectations. I kind of expected, this is very naive of me, I expected the engagement to be like magical. Not that it wasn't. It was really like sweet and like kind, and I loved it. But I expected it to be like this whole huge different, like I expected to feel different, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like they make it in the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like a hopeless romantic, so
don't they make a lot of things in movies? Don't they talk about marriage a lot? It's not exactly how it's supposed to go.
Okay, I understand that, but I'm just saying,
making a joke. I'm just cracking a joke.
I thought that I was gonna feel different, and I didn't, which wasn't bad. It was fine, but like I expected like my dad's reaction to be different than it was, and that one kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I don't know if you remember at all. Like, okay, so I haven't always had a super... I mean, when I was younger, I had a really great relationship with my dad. But as I got older, some things, like, skewed my vision of him. And we, like, kind of grew apart. And so he wasn't, like, super active in my life. And so I didn't, like, expect Cannon to ask my dad for my hand in marriage. Because... I don't...
Yes, okay.
I wanted him to ask my brothers for my hand in marriage, but not my dad. So he did ask someone who meant a lot to me. But I texted my dad the video of us getting engaged, and he said, "When did this happen?" With a bunch of question marks. There was no congratulations. It was just, when did this happen? Which I understand because I'm his only daughter. And
I think we both look back now and we're like, I hadn't met him in the 6 months that we were dating, and I think we both look back.
I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, he hadn't even met my dad. I hadn't
met him yet. There was a whole thing there, and
so I understand why he reacted.
I think there's a little bit of regret and a little bit of kind of like understanding now that we didn't have before. But
yeah, and it's not like I care about other people's judgment, but I definitely felt like there was a lot of judgments towards us. Like, especially within my family. Like, and not really, like, a lot of girls are like, my engagement period, let me, hold on. Yeah,
we're all good. Okay.
Okay. My computer.
Our computer froze up for a second, so we're all good.
Anyway, man, I lost where I was at. I know you weren't paying attention because I know you were looking at the computer.
Judgment.
Oh, like, especially, like, in my family, like, I felt like there was a lot of judgment, and I feel like a lot of, I remember what I was saying. I feel like a lot of girls are like, sorry. I feel like a lot of girls are like, oh, my engagement era, I'm just going to embrace being engaged.
Yeah.
And I just love my engagement time.
Yeah.
Mine kind of sucked. I didn't like mine.
Yeah.
I had a really hard time.
That was our biggest one, where we had a lot of tears.
I cried a lot.
We had a lot of tears because there was just... We'll get to this, but there is this kind of, like, worldly view of, like, why are you rushing into marriage? Why are you doing all this stuff? Why are you... And, like, just take your time, like, relax, live your life, do all this stuff you're like, supposed to be doing.
But it's also, like, why does it matter to you? Like, why are you so, like, why do you have to have your hand in my life? I don't know. And why can't you be excited for me?
Yeah.
But rather, I let you get in my head and now I'm miserable.
We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
No, I know, and that's really hard, and we don't know everybody's hearts.
Yeah, no,
and why
I understand
they might.
that. But it just was really, at the time, frustrating for me.
It was frustrating.
Obviously, I don't care now because we're married and it's like...
It was very frustrating, and it was really hurting.
Yeah, sorry. Phone started whining downstairs.
You're good. Our puppy's, he's downstairs without us right now for the next 45 minutes, and but anyways, yeah.
But yeah.
So I think, we had some expectations where, like, everything was gonna be all, family's gonna be right there, and they're gonna love it, and they're gonna, everyone's gonna be so proud, and everyone's gonna be so...
Your family was great. I loved your family.
Yeah,
I mean, not that I didn't love my family. I love my family, but their reactions were really, like, some other, like, people that I really looked up to, and I respected their opinions. Like...
There was a split. I mean,
after, like, I ended up voicing how
I was going to propose, and I let my parents know, and they did sit me down. They were like, are you...
I guess that's fair.
But after that, they were very, like, I remember going home, and I still, to this day, remember my dad's reaction. I walked in, and he said, you guys... And Gage was out there with...
Everyone was in the kitchen.
My brother, Gage, my youngest brother. And he was outside with all the other guys. And whenever we pulled up, they started cheering. They were being goofy, but yeah, everyone was just...
Yeah, that was... it was a really great day. Mm-hmm. It was a really great day. Mm-hmm. And after we got... Like, I ended up voicing how I was feeling. And everyone kind of sucked it up. And, like, kind of hyped me up. And, like, yeah.
It really just goes to show... and we'll get into wedding as well, or marriage.
Yeah.
But it really just goes to show that it's not going to be perfect. And at the end of the day, we have a couple friends. They're about to get married. They help us with youth ministry as well and everything. And I love what she always says. It's just like, my dad, the pastor at our church, is wedding them. And I love what she always says. She's like, listen, I don't care who's there. She's like, for all I care, it's got to be me, him, and Pastor Chris and everything. And I love it because it's just, like, so true. It's like, we get so worked up on weddings and engagements and spending and all this stuff that the world has taught us and movies have taught us and shows have taught us. It's got to be perfect and everything's got to be lined up and everything. And it's not the case. And we got to understand that as long as we have the wedding day that God intended us to have and what he meant for it to be and the engagement, and you are getting married for the intent that he had for you guys, if you understand all that, you're going to have the same attitude as our friend, where
Yeah.
she's just like, for all I care. It's like so true. It's like so true.
Well, I mean, we were supposed to have a small wedding. It was just supposed to be
Yeah.
your immediate family, my immediate family.
It was.
And it just kept growing.
It kept growing. We were like, okay, we can add them. We can add them. Let's add them.
And then we ended up with bridesmaids and groomsmen.
But we were
weren't
very
supposed
blessed. We were very
Yeah, we
blessed
were.
with a lot of people just helping out and
I could
offering.
not have done it without Channing.
My sister-in-law. Yep,
And you.
she did a really good job.
Because I wasn't from this area, so you did a lot of the planning.
Tried.
You did a really good job. I couldn't
tried.
have done it without you.
Shouts to Channing.
Get you a wedding planner.
Get you a wedding planner. They.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Marriage. We want to hop into expectations because we got a couple other things too that we got to get
have
through.
a lot. I mean,
Yeah,
if
we
we
got
don't
a
get to it all, it's
If
fine.
we got a lot,
But-
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even planning though. Like,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go back to that. Like,
Hmm?
I mean, I expected it to be hard and stressful. It was a lot more stressful than I thought it was gonna be. But it wasn't. It kind of like it was like this subconscious stress that I was stressing about. Like, oh, this needs to get done. This needs to get done. This needs to get done. And you're constantly thinking about it all the time, and it makes you like you just constantly stress about it. And all of a sudden, the day's there and it's gone. It's so weird. It's like, oh, there's something I should be stressing about, but it's all gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
Someone's bumping out
Someone
there.
is bumping. Oh, right outside
It's
our house.
a Friday night.
It is a
They're
Friday night.
partying.
It is Friday night. Yep. But
I thought today was Sunday.
Yeah.
We didn't go to church.
No.
I don't know how it's Sunday, but it felt like Sunday.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, and then our wedding day. I don't know. It was just our wedding day.
Yeah.
I didn't really expect anything.
It flew. It was just there and then it was gone.
I did say though, because everyone's always like, your wedding day doesn't go perfect. I think our wedding day went perfect. I mean, I'm sure stuff happened.
It went really good.
But like
smoothly.
We kind of like I expected it to not be perfect. Like I knew there were gonna be some things, but I also was not a bridezilla. I was like, whatever
I was
happens,
just
happens.
about to say that you like.
I told
I was
Channing, do
talking
whatever
with.
you want.
Yeah, I was
I said,
talking
"Here's
with
my
our
colors."
friend. Yeah, I was talking with our friend, and that are about to get married, and he was like, "I'm really thankful that she's not bridezilla," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, it made my life. It made everyone else's life. That if something went wrong, Abby was like,
Oh well.
anything. It was really funny, but yeah, it made it really nice.
Yeah,
So.
I wasn't like, you don't have the wrong shoes on.
Yeah,
Wow. You weren't drinking anything to make that happen, were you?
no coffee. I don't drink
You haven't
coffee.
eaten anything though. Usually happens after you eat.
Yeah,
Well, anyway.
soda.
But yeah, our wedding day was basically perfect. It was like it wasn't like anything like extravagant. We didn't spend like a whole ton of money on it.
No,
I didn't want
we
that.
we
because
really didn't.
I wasn't the
I would go to say I think we spent
$5,000.
maybe $3,500 to $4,000.
We
on our
ended up
wedding.
spending a little bit more on like the
We did.
charcuterie stuff.
Yeah,
But I
$4,000 to
think your
$5,000.
mom and sisters pitched in a lot more
Yeah.
than
Mhm.
we realized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Just-
Anyway,
God did not call us to make it extravagant. He called to
But if
make
it's
it-
extravagant, it's okay.
Yeah. No.
Party.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
if it is beautiful and extravagant, and you do make it that way,
But it doesn't have to be, is what he's saying.
yeah, as long as God is there.
Yeah. But what was I gonna say? I had it. I wasn't the little girl that like had all the dresses picked out, and I wasn't like sitting and like kicking my feet like, oh, I want this dress and I want these colors. All I ever thought about was like the marriage afterwards. So it's like it wasn't like this big dream of mine to have a big wedding. It's kind of crazy that our wedding pictures over there. I keep looking at it.
I know.
It's kind of wild.
But it is okay if you're that way. It's totally fine if you're that way.
No,
if you're
yeah,
like, yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It was small
Yeah.
because I wasn't like that.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be married.
Mhm.
That was it.
Mm-hmm.
And marriage is 10 times better than I thought.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah.
It's like a sleepover with your best friend every single night.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Yep.
And we laugh a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And we're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah, I had a lot of expectations for marriage. Did I? I didn't really. I don't know why I said that. Because no, I didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of knew. I made this joke one time. It was like a month after we got married. We went to go see her family. And they were like, so how's the married life? And I looked at them and I was like, it's the married life.
It's like the same.
And
it's like
in their mind, they were like, oh, well, that's a great answer. Like, oh, that'll get you brownie points whenever you get home and stuff like that. And I was kind of like, we were always told, watch out for that first year of marriage. Getting, like the first year of marriage. And like, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. I'm going to circle back to our wedding. And I wanted to talk about some things that, like, we had at our wedding that, like, a lot of people don't.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Or that we didn't have at our wedding that a lot of people do. Like, alcohol.
We did have, or we didn't have.
Yes.
That a lot of people
do or don't.
Yeah.
Like alcohol.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to bring that up. That was one thing that I would say made the day even more perfect.
Yeah,
and just
I
flew
loved
it. and it flowed good and we had a dry wedding.
It flew and it flowed good.
That I meant to say flowed good. It flew.
I knew
whatever. But we had a dry wedding. We decided that. We knew we wanted that. We've always wanted that. And it just made everything flow really good. We didn't have
we didn't have to chase anyone out in the woods.
We didn't have.
It was cheap.
And
it took
I
half
understand.
of our budget.
Yeah, it took half of our budget.
I mean, not that we would. I just assumed that. Because not that we even, like, thought about having alcohol. That was the first thing I said. I said, no alcohol. And
we still get teased about it to this day.
And I wouldn't change it.
I wouldn't change it.
For the world.
Yeah, sometimes we see people and they bring it up every single time about how we didn't have alcohol at our wedding. But I wouldn't change it because it was our choice. We knew what we wanted. We don't drink.
We don't.
If we don't drink,
not that
we aren't there to serve other people.
Yeah.
The best way to say it. And but yeah, I wouldn't change it. It helped a lot with the day.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it.
Big budget.
Yeah. And then we did foot washing.
We did the foot washing. She cannot stand feet, but we saw this and we loved it. We fell in love with it right away. Go for it.
Oh yeah.
You go for it.
I've never listened to the song. I haven't listened to the song since we had our wedding. It was a pretty song. It was about foot washing. Mm-hmm. But like as Jesus does in the Bible, he washes his disciples' feet because he's serving his disciples as we serve him. Mm-hmm. He's humbling himself and putting him on our level. So we're like, what better way to humble ourselves and to show that we're serving each other than washing each other's feet?
Yes. Yeah.
The only time I will ever touch Candid's feet was that day. Yep. I have not touched him since.
Yeah, it's the perfect example of him coming down in humanly flesh and serving us and it was really neat. It was actually one of the moments where we had a lot of people come up to us and they were like, I was in tears. Like, even, I would say some of non-believing family members came up to us and they were like, it was just very emotional and very neat. Yeah. And we told them what it was. It was a representation how I will always serve you and you will always serve me and we will always be there for each other and always put you before me. Yeah. And so it was really cool.
Yeah. And then you prayed over me at the end, which was really sweet. Which was really sweet. It was just the two of us. Yeah. I mean, everyone was there, but
everyone was there, but I prayed over you. And I announced that we were going to have an ungodly marriage. So
no, that's not what you said.
No, that's not what I said.
Under God's It's supposed
I
to be
was
under
to
God's
repeat
holy
after my
word.
dad, who did our wedding officiating. He said, he repeat after me, and it was something along the lines, and it was
Under God's holy
under
word.
God's holy word, and I said under God's unholy word, and I
We all
looked up, we made eye contact, and we tried not to bust out laughing, and then I looked over at my dad, and he was sitting there like this, and then he just kept going. But the only imperfect part of that day,
it was pretty perfect.
It was pretty
funny.
perfect. It made it really funny, and
it was a very us thing to do. That's so funny.
Stupid sheep we are.
Stupid
sheep we are.
Yeah. I think that was really it. I mean, we got married in a family's facility, which was really cool.
It was very nice.
We get to go there for Easter's. Easter. For Christmas.
Christmas and Thanksgiving.
And Thanksgiving, which is really cool. I'll always go back there. Even that, like we had it dressed up way different. But it's really cool to, still go there. Yeah.
Yep.
We had an outdoor wedding, which is... I mean, I think it's more common now to do outdoor weddings. I had a lot of people tell me it was, the first outdoor wedding they had been to.
Yep.
Even older, the older generation.
Yeah. It's really cool. It was really beautiful day. It's perfect.
Yeah.
And I think the part after the wedding was about the same as everybody else's part after the wedding. What they do. So
that's crazy.
Everything went good. Everything went great.
Can't stop! Oh my word! I cannot believe you just your face is
right.
purple. Yeah, we went to Kalahari and Cedar Point.
Yep, we did for our honeymoon.
It was a very awesome honeymoon.
Children at heart. We're living young.
We rode water slides and roller coasters. And then we spent majority of the time
in our hotel room playing Scooby-Doo Monopoly that we won at Dave & Buster's.
It wasn't Dave & Buster's.
That's where that sentence was going. Monopoly.
Yeah, we spent majority of the time in our hotel room.
We're losers. We're a bunch of losers.
No, it's fun. We had so much fun. I would not want to go sit on a beach and relax. I would not want to just do that all day.
We're both the same, and that's why we're married.
We had so much fun.
That's why I love you.
That's why I love you. But we had so much fun on those water slides.
It was so much fun.
We laughed a lot. We should go back. It's so expensive.
And we'll have to go during the weekdays. There's nobody
We got
around.
on every single water slide.
Boom.
And got off.
Boom.
And roller coaster.
Yep.
We didn't have more than a 45-minute.
Oh yeah, we went to Cedar Point.
I said that.
I know. I don't listen all the time. You know this. I know this. You know me. You know that I know that you know me.
And then we went into our first year of marriage, which, like we said, was I don't know. Okay, I think it was easier for you than it was for me. Because
well, you were away from home.
I mean, I moved here.
What you've always known.
Yeah. I mean, kind of. I mean, I moved around a lot, but, majority of my life was there. And, moving away from my brothers was the hardest part. Because I was, the oldest, I remember. I just always remember having them. I don't know. I feel like the younger siblings have it easier, but I could say I don't know. Because I'm not in that position. But
I remember going to pick your stuff up and bring it to Ohio, and you hugged Ian, and you were like, "Are you gonna cry? Anything?" And he was just sitting there
he called me. He
was
later.
like this tall. He did. He called me later crying, but
he said, "What did he said something stupid? I don't know." Yeah. That made me cry.
It's good times.
Yeah. Well, and then I also I understand why my mom didn't give us chores, but I didn't grow up with chores. So learning that I actually have to clean the house.
Pick up clothes.
Well, that I already didn't do in my own room. I did my own laundry. I did do that. Yeah. But dusting? Never heard of it.
Sweeping, vacuuming.
Sweeping and vacuuming, I did know that I was supposed to do, but dusting, I had no idea that I had to dust.
You knew you were supposed to.
I didn't. I did not.
Sweep?
Oh,
you knew you were supposed to.
Yeah, but it was something I never
It was a matter
really
of
did.
getting done.
Get out of here with that. That's crazy.
No.
But, which was really hard because I was trying to learn how to do that. Not that I didn't know how to do it, but like stay on top of it was
And
really hard.
and for some of you, like, you'll listen to this, just as I would have in our first year of marriage, I would have heard these words, and I would have been like, it's sweeping, it's dusting. And whenever you don't grow up with that mindset and growing up doing those things constantly and understanding those things, I have learned to understand that it's really hard to understand why it needs to get done.
Yeah. I mean, we went through a lot as kids, and so my mom didn't want to put that on top of us.
And it wasn't your top priority.
Right.
A lot of
like
the
we were
times.
just like trying to survive basically, but
Yeah.
besides the point. So like it wasn't a top priority that I had to do these chores, and so like learning how to do that, and not how to, because I knew how to do this stuff, but like learning that that's something that I need to do every day, or like keep on top of. It was just a lot, and it was really hard because you were having a hard time understanding what I was going through, because like you said it's just sweeping and dusting and mopping. But like, and so like you were like having a hard time, and you were like kind of getting on me for it. And
it was beyond sweeping and dusting.
Yeah,
it wasn't just like sweeping and dusting.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
But like so I think I had a harder time because I was like trying to navigate a lot, but I felt like I didn't really have your support because you were also trying to navigate having a wife that's never done that, and I was learning how to be a wife. And I mean, yeah, we did have arguments, and I remember crying like a lot, but it wasn't like that hard, if that makes sense. But like I do think it was a little bit harder for me than it was for you.
No, I would agree. I mean,
because it led me to question a lot, like, about myself, like like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Like, am I ever gonna be a good wife? Like, stuff like that, which is like obviously, yeah, and obviously it was like I'm fine now, but like I just remember being like at a really low spot, you know?
Yeah. No, I remember.
Yeah.
No, I remember. I remember having conversations where I was just like, "You're a good wife."
Missing my family, yeah, and you started to understand, and I started to understand. It was just a matter of like learning communication, but that was like, and we only did that in spurts. Like we got frustrated, and then we'd be fine, and you'd understand, and then I would like start picking up what I'm doing, and then we would fall out of it, and because it was in spurts, it wasn't like the whole first year, and like other than that, we were great.
Yeah,
like we were.
Yeah, we had the time of our lives.
Yeah, we had so much fun.
Just doing stupid stuff.
And it was just that, and it wasn't very much. Like I wouldn't say that's very much of the first year at all.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't say it's hard. Like,
yeah,
like I would say it was a lot easier than people made it to.
Like people going into marriage have fun.
But I think it's because we were so open about everything. We talked about literally everything. We laid everything on the table.
Yeah. And we learned really fast, and it's good having these connections with the Bible and God and spiritually, and these fruits where you're saying things like, okay, we got to be slow to anger and fast to.
Slow to anger and fast to.
And quick to.
Why am I having a brain fart? Slow to anger, quick to. I don't know how to.
Apologize.
Yeah, I was having a brain fart.
Now you're making me double think it.
I don't think it's apologize.
No, it's not.
Slow to anger. Anyway.
You know, I don't have my phone. I wasn't going to look it up.
That's like you with song lyrics. Like song
it
lyrics.
It is. I'm terrible with song lyrics.
And I brain fart all the time.
Don't ask me song lyrics. But anyways, we learned that really quick, and like being understanding and slow to like get angry with each other, and coming from a place of understanding and meeting each other at each other's levels and where we were at in our lives, and trying to figure out. What was it? Slow to speak,
quick to hear.
Slow to speak, yes, but yeah. Just don't get angry.
Right, and just listen.
Yes.
That was a hard thing for the both of us, was to listen.
Yeah.
We had a lot to say.
We did. We had a lot to say.
But very little to listen to.
And now it's just kind of like,
You speak, I speak. I speak, you speak.
Yeah.
We don't interrupt anymore.
And sometimes neither of us want to speak, and
sometimes it's good to just take a good 5 minutes and cool off, and then come back to the conversation.
Yeah.
Not that we give.
Not. I'm going to go stay at my mother's for 2 days, and then come back, and then we can handle it. No. Okay.
Not that
we never had that.
No.
We never had that, but.
Not that we give marriage advice, because we're still babies.
No, yeah, that's not. We're just.
Because I know we'll look back at us and say, what are they talking about?
And that's not what we want you guys to think is these guys are trying to give me marriage advice. No, we are simply just going through our experiences and our beliefs and what we believe, which could look totally different 5 years from now. We might do a video down the road where we're like, look how dumb we were, okay, and stuff like that. So we can move on. I'm good. No, I'm good. What you got next?
So I hope we're not too long. I probably should have started a timer to see how long we've been talking for. Anyway,
we're learning. We'll figure it out. I do hope our sound is much better in this video. Apologize for the intro. If it's not, we're figuring it out. This is all new to us, so just be patient with us.
We're learning.
We appreciate you guys tuning in.
The next thing I wanted to talk about was worldly views of marriage versus the Christian views of marriage. And, our takes on it. This
is a whole 3 episode.
I know. I thought about not talking about it.
We might. What else do we have?
That's it.
That's it?
We can come back to that in another episode.
Worldly.
Let's come back to that in another episode. There's a lot.
Marriage versus biblical views.
No, I would talk forever on it.
We could talk forever on that. Top 5 candies.
Top 5 candies. Reese's. I know you can't.
Reese's at 5? Or Reese's on the 5?
Huh?
Top 5.
Oh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh. I thought you were talking about Reese's Take 5, and I was like, no, I'm talking about Reese's.
Yeah, alright.
Number 1.
Reese's. I'm allergic to peanut butter.
And I can't really eat them unless I'm not around you. Anyway. Reese's, Snickers, more peanuts.
More peanuts?
I love Snickers. Pez. I love Pez.
Yeah, she does love Pez.
I love Laffy Taffy. I do love Laffy Taffy.
Except for banana.
She
does not like banana.
I will eat the banana.
No, she won't.
What?
No, she won't.
I will eat it.
She'll eat it.
And
last but not least.
I don't know.
You like some good sweet tart ropes.
Oh, sweet tart ropes.
Oh, sweet tart ropes. Oh.
Yeah, sweet tart.
Oh, sweet tart ropes. Yeah. What flavor?
Cherry.
I like
Which I don't
apple.
like cherry candy.
I love the green
apple.
apple.
I do like a good grape sucker, though.
Grape sucker?
Or watermelon gum. I don't like anything else watermelon or grape gum.
Grape sucker.
I
don't like anything grape flavored.
All right. Your turn.
Oh, I don't have a top 5.
Sweet tart ropes.
Sweet tart ropes. Green apple, sweet tart ropes. Sweet tart. Sweet tart ropes. Ropes. I said ropes. Sweet tart ropes cherry. Sweet tart ropes rainbow.
How do you get a G? Oh, you were saying green apple. But makes the word. You like Nerds gummy clusters?
Ooh, I do like Nerds gummy clusters. I will say this. It depends on the months. Sometimes I'm like chocolate. And then sometimes I'm like...
Sorry.
No.
I got really excited.
No, what?
You like those things that my grandma gets us for Christmas? The marshmallow chocolate? The little nutcrackers and Santas that are marshmallow covered chocolate?
Alright, we will see you guys next time for episode 2. Thanks for joining in. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. Have an amazing week. We'll see you next Monday.
See you later.